Bet that tile surprised you, huh? Hello, and welcome to Aquamagineering, where I, Tendo the Seal, discuss my thoughts and ideas for potential future attractions and changes for the parks. Now, unlike before, where I normally discuss updates to currently existing parks, this time we're going to speculate in the possibility of a new park entirely.
Shonen Jump, easily the biggest name in manga, which due to the current trajectory of the industry, makes them one of the biggest names in the history of anime. And to me, with how many legendarily iconic franchises are in their domain, it seems downright wasteful to not have a full-on theme park embracing the Shonen Jump brand overall. Now, I am fully aware of the existence of J-World, which technically exists for Fill That Desire, but it's lame. Really freaking lame. You could easily get a full-on Disney or Universal level park out of Shonen Jump, and frankly, it deserves to.
Now, I will state right here and now, I won't talk about every Shonen Jump franchise here. There are just way too many to go through. So, I want to talk about the big ones I have at least some knowledge about, or the ones I'm a personal fan of and want to discuss. So, without further ado, we're going to suggest some ideas for quite a few of Shonen Jump's titles to get big e-ticket attractions. Let's have some fun. Starting with the three that, while I might personally be a fan, are so notable, I couldn't do the concept without addressing them.
Okay, I may not be a Dragon Ball fan for many reasons, but I have a lot of respect for Akira Toriyama and his work, and the influence it has had on the medium. But how would it translate well into a ride? For me, when I think a style of movement that screams Dragon Ball, flight is my number one. And when I think a ride that makes you feel like you're flying, my mind goes right to a Tatsu-style hanging coaster. So, imagine this. You enter the ride via a show building that looks like Dragon Ball's classic rock canyons. You load into a ride vehicle and are pulled up into a vertical lift hill in front of a series of screens, one for each ride vehicle. Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo give a spiel about this being your Saiyan flight training or something, and the ride launches upwards out of the top like a volcano, sending you flying through the course. While simple, this idea works well for the franchise and represents some of the best aspects of it in my opinion. And the eternal wonder itself. Yeah, given this is a show about pirates out on the ocean, anything but some kind of water ride would be blasphemy. However, due to the action nature of the series, I feel a slow-moving pirate-style boat ride wouldn't be the best move. No, what this needs is an Escape from Atlantis-style themed water coaster. That way the riders can get into the action and explore the potential that Luffy and his crew have to offer.
Next up, going to school is pretty tough.
Not really, Tom.
Well, it is when you're the class clown in a school full of ninjas. Take it away.
Okay, this is one of the two where I had to cheat. As due to Naruto's setting, I really couldn't think of a decent ride system befitting of the franchise. But, given its heavy focus on ninjutsu and martial arts, it would definitely make for a fun and exciting stunt show. You could even utilize some animatronics for the demons and really fill the stage with potential. Have some fun with this one. So here's the thing about JoJo. Every story in it is so different and so unique from the others that there really is no way to represent the entire franchise in one work. You really would have to pick and choose which arc you're basing your attraction around. Some people may say to just do Stardust Crusaders as it's easily the most popular, but I think there may be a way to pull off the impossible here. Just not with a ride. No, for this, I'm thinking a restaurant. A restaurant built by the Joestar family, with each dining room preserving the legacy of a different Joestar and their adventures with him. And now, we've arrived at not just a franchise I'm a fan of, but my favorite show of all time, My Hero Academia. And sad to say, this is another series in a similar boat to Naruto, as vehicles really aren't a major piece of MHA's puzzle. But given its large and fun villain lineup and certain characters, I think I've come up with something workable, especially given one particular teacher at UA. That's right, you know him, you love him, Snipe! Set up the ride as a hero weapons training class with Snipe, being an action-packed shooter ride in the style of Astro Blasters or Men in Black, only to have the training exercise turn heavy when the League of Villains crashes the party, forcing the riders to fend them off with their training weapons alongside the heroes and students. While a simple idea, I think it could be really fun. Give attention to one of the series' lesser-used heroes, and I would love to hop in there and show those villains what for. Every park needs more slow, less action-heavy rides occasionally, right? Unfortunately, given that Shonen Jump is mostly focused on shonen manga, there really aren't too many options in their catalog to fit that niche. But I believe that the sometimes more horror-inspired trappings of Demon Slayer could work well for one. My concept here? A slow-moving boat ride that takes you down into a forest overwrought by demons. Set demons toying and playing with you, showcasing their home within the forest in wondrous display before they eventually make a meal of you. However, just before they do so, our trusty trio comes to the rescue, sending us down a final drop to escape the demons' clutches. The stylings of the franchise and visuals involved, I think, could support such a setup quite well, and I would love to see it showcased.
A spinning Dumbo ride that looks like Koro-sensei, where you ride his tentacles. Look, not everything can be a neat ticket. I just want an excuse to mention this show, because it's one of my favorites, okay?
Now I know what you're gonna say. Tendo, you're crazy. There's no way in hell that you can make a ride based on Death Note. It's a suspenseful detective story. Well, just watch me, because I think you could get a decent Fantasyland-style dark ride out of Light Story. Traveling from scene to scene, seeing the notable moments of the manga recreated in physical splendor as you slowly ride by. The imposing figure of Ryuk, always just barely in sight, standing tall above you. I do think, given the visuals and iconic moments, such a concept could be bizarrely doable. And I challenge anyone to pull off. It could be a masterpiece in the making here.
Anyway, that's all I got, so...
Hold up! You forgot the big one, Tendo.
What are you talking about?
Duh! Sailor Moon, man! I mean, come on! How could you forget Sailor Moon?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because it's not a Shonen Jump franchise? It's owned by Toei!
So? They could license it! Just let me have this one, please!
No.
Please!
No!
Please!
Fine. If you're that insistent on the idea, just get it over with.
Gladly.
A Sailor Moon themed roller coaster ride. Not just any roller coaster ride, but an active, spinning roller coaster ride in the style of the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind coaster at Epcot, frickin' Florida.
You can't be serious.
Oh, but I am, dear Seal.
But instead, you are in the Moon Kingdom. Or, well, let's say Crystal Neo Tokyo, featured in the manga and the anime's Black Moon arc. There, you are being recruited as Sailor Guardians of said kingdom, but you are suddenly attacked by a new and over-the-top villain. To escape, the riders hop onto an escape vehicle, riding away as the great and powerful Sailor Moon and friends fight off the new threat by moonlight, and winning our hearts by the visual spectacle projected before us as we zoom past our hench people from the kingdom to earth, passing everything it delivers, fan-serving Easter eggs like past characters and various locations once visited by our colorfully dressed heroines. Oh, and Tuxedo Mask gets his ass beaten up or something as usual.
There. You done?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Then get off my show! Anyway, I relinquish all these ride concepts to Shonen Jump or any other park if they decide to build them. And I would love to hear your thoughts on these ideas in the comments. Maybe even add a few of your own ideas for Shonen Jump rides. Anyway, that's from Aquamagineering, and I'll see you back on the surface.
Well, Tendo, here we all are. 6 of the 7 Guardians brought together.
Awesome! Glad to find you all now individually. Yeah, we already found our pins.
So the 6 of us are together now. Perfect.
Tendo, meet Stony and Aboid, guardians of the unknown and the fantasy, respectfully.
Yeah, we've met before. Oh yeah, you tried to interrupt my submarine vid, bear!
Only because you were being so mean about it. Guys, this is getting us nowhere. We need to focus here.
Yes, the nightmare is coming after all. It's only thanks to Tendo here that I'm here to help.
Either way, we're all in this together. We need to do our best to find the Guardian of the Stars.
Yeah, once you find them, we'll be all together, allowing us to take on the nightmare.
What we need to figure out then is, where should we look?
I know just the place.